Hello again, YouTube. I'm sorry. My terrible uploading of these reviews is so bad, but I'm here now with a shorter review on my second least favorite Star Wars movie, The Phantom Menace. So in case you guys don't know how these reviews will work, I am basically reviewing all 6 Star Wars movies released, of course, before The Force Awakens comes out on December 18th, and I'm cutting it kind of close, but this is my least favorite review. This is the one I didn't really even want to do, so, but other than that, this review will indeed contain spoilers, and this list goes from my least favorite Star Wars movie to my favorite, so there you go. And again, it has spoilers, so you've been warned. So without further ado, let's get into my review for Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, in order to see why so many people do not like this movie, you have to think back in 1999. It had been 16 years since the last Star Wars movie had been made. So people were hyped like no other for this movie. And there were people for weeks waiting for the release of this movie. And so many people were so excited. And what they got was one of the biggest disappointments in modern cinema. We got annoying characters, dull characters, two-dimensional characters, politics. Politics in a Star Wars movie, and some of the worst CGI I have ever seen. So the beginning of the movie starts with Jedi. They're going to this ship with the Trade Federation. They're going to negotiate to remove the blockade from Naboo. I'm already bored. Holy crap. And then the Jedi are ordered to be killed, but they escape, and they conveniently manage to get on some transport things to Naboo. And how did I like this as a kid? I guess I just kind of liked lightsaber duels in general, or lightsabers getting used in general. So when I saw this opening scene, I was just like, this is awesome and everything. And then I don't know how I liked it. I honestly was so bored watching the beginning of this movie. None of it seemed eventful, and the Jedi kind of were just like, oh, they're trying to kill us. Okay, let's fight them, I guess. And then the Jedi, like I said before, get on one of the little battle droids, all CGI by the way, ships, and they just kind of, get on a ship, like hide in it, stow away, to get to Naboo easier because their ship got destroyed. Man, I just want to point out how terrible the CG looks in this movie. Right now, I probably will talk about it later too, but right now I want to talk about it because it's like, this is why so many practical effects look better than CGI, because George Lucas apparently just knows everything about making great CGI. That's why he did the special editions. Yay! But what you have to understand is that when you look at the CGI in this movie, and you look at the original Star Wars in 1977, it's kind of bad that a movie made, 22 years earlier than it, looks better already. That's not good. And then we meet the most hated Star Wars character ever, and when I was a kid, I didn't hate Jar Jar Binks. I thought he was funny. But I was a kid then. I'm grown up, and I know more about movies now. Rewatching this movie, I was like, holy crap. I realized just how bad Jar Jar is now. And then Qui-Gon even politely tells him, yeah, don't come with us, we don't need your help and stuff like this. And Jar Jar should have listened, because even the main characters don't like Jar Jar. That's how bad he is already. And then Qui-Gon commits the biggest sin, which is before this, which he saved Jar Jar's life. Qui-Gon, what have you done? What have you done? So Jar Jar shows him the way to his capital, basically, in this underground civilization in Naboo. And the Jedi are like, hey, help us with Naboo. No, we won't. Oh, we'll give you transport, though. It's like, okay. So then they go to the transport, and then they go and they do a scene where there's giant fish attacking the ship and they have no way to actually fight them, but they're just like, uh-oh, those fish are attacking us, we should do something about it. Okay, there's always a bigger fish. Okay, let's keep going. Seriously, it's so dull and lifeless. Like, they do have no fear. I guess that makes sense because they're Jedi, but at the same time, it's like, come on. Really? Even a Jedi doesn't have any fear? Come on. So the Jedi reach the main part of Naboo, the capital, whatever. Anyway, and they rescue Queen Amidala, and yeah, that happens. It's cool to see lightsabers whirled around, but when it's just so boring, you don't care. And then they get on the ship, and then the people are shooting at them, and their thing gets damaged, their hyperdrive gets damaged, I think. And so they have to land on Tatooine, and then they meet the second most annoying character in this movie, Anakin Skywalker, played by Jake. I can't remember his last name now. I think it's Jake Lloyd. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so Qui-Gon realizes the Force is strong with Anakin, but he's not sure, and I'm like, wait, why aren't you sure? Shouldn't Jedi just be able to know this? But then, that's when everything changed. When the dumbest plot device ever was invented. Midichlorians. Yes, in fact, the Force is not something that binds the universe, and that's spiritual, and it's not just this crude matter. Oh no, that's not the Force anymore. The Force is now a microorganism in your body. That determines how good you are with the Force. Sorry about it. Then we get a scene where I actually laughed a little bit at this, when Qui-Gon and I can't remember the guy's name, the guy that owns Anakin, and they roll the dice to see whether or not Qui-Gon will get Anakin or his mom, and like Qui-Gon just subtly rolls the dice, and immediately the guy doesn't think, hey, maybe he just manipulated the dice, because he knows he's a Jedi, so why didn't he just think, hey, you're a Jedi, maybe we shouldn't do a game like this, you know what I mean? But whatever, I mean, it happens. And then it's replaced by boredom when we get one of the most boring races ever put to film, the pod races. I think I've heard that some people actually like these scenes, this whole entire race. I have no idea why. It's boring. It feels like I just sit there for 30 minutes watching it, and then when it's over, I'm like, did that add anything to the plot, or is it just there? Whatever. No. Okay. Okay, then I guess we have our device out of the way to make this movie go on longer than it needs to. So Anakin sets out to leave with Qui-Gon. While they're heading back to the ship, we get, well, this isn't when he's introduced, but I just like this part where he's introduced better. And when Darth Maul, 2 seconds, starts fighting Qui-Gon with lightsabers, it was cool. I liked it. And that happens, and then it's done. And Darth Maul, again, is the best character in this movie. Then they leave Tatooine, get back to Coruscant with their brand new hyperdrive, and then instead of, progressing the plot and being an interesting movie, it gives you, I think it's the next 13 or 14 minutes of the movie is Jedi sitting in rooms talking to each other, not doing a thing. They're not doing anything, and then you have the Senate stuff going on too. And this part of the movie just drags. I can't wait when it goes from that part when they're back on Naboo and getting ready for the big battle, because even then there's something going on progressing the plot and not this bullcrap that no one likes. And why is Yoda so dumb in this movie? Oh my god. The next sequence of events cuts back to 500 different things, but the first thing I want to talk about is the all CG battle between the Gungans and the battle droids. This is all CG. None of it is, I don't think any of it is practical, and there's no actual people there. It's just a CG battle, and honestly, it didn't need to be in the movie if it wasn't for the freaking story. If it wasn't for the story and that it actually was important to the plot, whatever that is, this battle wouldn't even need to be there. It literally is just a CG battle between CG things, and that's it. That's it. That's the thing. And it honestly is just so boring. And the CG looks so bad you can't take it seriously. Get the next part of this movie, which is my favorite scene in the entire movie. It's where Darth Maul and the Jedi are fighting while Duel of the Fates by John Williams is going on in the background. And all the stunts and everything, and it's an awesome lightsaber fight. Like, it really provides no like tension or anything. No one really seems phased in any way, like they're going to lose. And the only one that seems like he's getting his butt kicked the entire fight is Obi-Wan. But it's all choreographed really highly, you can tell that. But other than that, I actually like this scene quite a bit, just because of all the things I mentioned before. And then, of course, the best character in the movie is killed after he kills Qui-Gon by Obi-Wan. And it's just like, oh, whatever, I guess. And he's died. And then after that, Qui-Gon makes Obi-Wan promise to train Anakin, and Obi-Wan's like, okay, I gotta train you now. Let's do it, I guess. And then the movie ends, and you're like, okay. What was important about this movie again? So in the end, the Phantom Menace was one of the most hyped most hyped movies of all time. And the problem with it is that it just doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie. The only thing giving you like any the only thing making this a Star Wars movie still is the lightsabers and Jedi, and that's basically about it. There's really nothing else making this a Star Wars movie, and that's what the problem with this is. It tries to provide so many things about what we're supposed to be learning from the prequels and everything that it just makes it so boring. And Senate meetings? Who's gonna watch that in a movie? No one. As a kid, I might have been entertained by this, but now, as an adult, I'm like 18 now. I can appreciate a film and think about it critically and find out what is wrong with it. And that's why The Phantom Menace is so bad in my eyes now. And guys, I gotta say, The Phantom Menace, and the only thing keeping Phantom Menace above Attack of the Clones, because Attack of the Clones is like funny bad. That's how bad Attack of the Clones was. But the thing keeping this above is probably just the lightsaber fight, because it's amazing. I love it. And that's about it. That's the only thing keeping Phantom Menace above Attack of the Clones. And that's why, guys, Phantom Menace should just be rented one day if you have the chance to do it. Guys, I want to thank you just so much again for watching my videos. I know I'm cutting these reviews kind of close. It's almost December 18th. But I really did want to... this is going to be my least favorite to review, so the other ones after this I'm going to have fun, and I'm actually going to be able to appreciate them for a few things, especially Episode 3. Look forward to that. And other than that, guys, The Phantom Menace is just an okay movie, and if you like this video, do not forget to like it and subscribe if you have not already. If you have any thoughts about Phantom Menace, comment below what you thought about it. And with that, guys, don't forget that even Master Yoda doesn't have a midichlorian count that high.